Hello ladies, thank you so much for being here. Firstly, I just want you to take a moment to be proud of yourself for investing the time into your well-being on your self-love journey. So grab your yoga mat, create a nice calm space. We are going to begin in a reclined butterfly position. So you're going to lie yourself down onto your back and you're going to put your feet together and allow the knees to drop out to the sides. And we're also going to turn the hands up so we can receive. We're going to be holding each position for 2 minutes and I'm going to guide you with your breath. So in this reclined butterfly, we're going to take a box breath. So we're going to breathe in for 4 through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold at the top. 2, 3, 4. We're going to release the breath. 2, 3, 4. And we're going to hold again at the bottom. Keeping with that rhythm, breathing in for 4. Holding the breath. Exhaling for 4 and holding at the bottom. With every exhale, seeing if you can really allow your body to melt into the ground beneath you as you start to go inward and become aware of where the tension may be in your body today. It could be in your hips, in your lower back, in your shoulders. As you exhale, allow that tension to release from the body using that breath. And as we lie here with this box breath, I want you to just check in. How do you feel in yourself today without any judgment? Be completely honest, because once we know where we are, we can start to be aware of what changes we want to make, the woman we want to become. So whatever comes up for you, whether it's a feeling, a word, an image, checking in with how you are in this moment. And if your mind starts to wander or think about what you've got to do for the rest of the day, just come back to that box breath. In for 4, hold for 4, release for 4 and hold for 4. This is a really nice breath to allow the nervous system to come down into rest and digest. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to bring the knees slowly up and just give them a hug into the chest. And we're going to start to circle the knees, so we're massaging the lower back into the ground, activating our parasympathetic nervous system. So again, getting into rest and digest, changing direction with the knees, taking a few little circles, and then we're going to bring the knees into a tabletop position. We're going to bring the arms into cactus, so 2 right angles pressing into the ground, keeping the eyes up. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, allow your knees to relax over to the right. You can also pop a cushion underneath the knees, or a block if that's easier, or a book, whatever you've got. But just let them relax. Try not to hold any tension. A cushion between the knees is also quite nice. Use the right hand to guide the knees, and we're going to look over the left shoulder. Good, so we're breathing into that left side. And just allow all the little muscles in your toes to relax. And here we're going to take an in for 4 and an out for 6 breath pattern. So breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our exhale is longer, so we have time to really allow the body to release any tension in that left side, breathing into the left rib cage as we inhale and releasing over to the right as we exhale. And I want you to just go inward in this position once again and ask yourself, what have you been carrying lately? It could be a heavy emotion, a transition, a new idea, a new identity. Whatever comes up for you, a feeling, a sensation, a word, an idea, just allow it in. And if nothing comes up, that is also completely fine. Maybe you're just checking in with where the tension is in your body. Staying with the breath in for 4, out for 6 to really help you to just surrender and enjoy doing nothing. Enjoy not having to be anywhere or do anything, but just here with you. Final breath here, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, releasing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Bringing your head back to the center and floating the knees into tabletop as you inhale, and as you exhale, this time we're going to drop them over to the left, using the left hand to guide the knees, looking over the right shoulder. And just again, thinking about letting your toes, your fingers, your right shoulder, everything go nice and heavy. And we're going to continue that breath pattern in for 4 and out for 6. And as we go inward in this twist, I want you to think about what you're carrying that is no longer serving you. Because sometimes we carry positive things, so we don't need to let them go, but we can also hold on to things that aren't serving us, like a limiting belief, not feeling good enough, talking down to ourselves a lot, underestimating ourselves, not speaking up. You know, whatever that could be for you, just take a moment to sit with that question. And staying with that breath as you exhale, allow the body to release. You can always intensify this by looking over that right shoulder, or just keeping your eyes up towards the sky, whatever feels better for you. But staying with that breath. Taking one final breath here in this right side, breathing into that right rib cage as you inhale, and releasing everything to the left as you exhale, slowly bringing your head back to the center and bringing those knees into the chest. And this time we're going to just slowly have the hands behind the knees and rock the body forward and back to just massage out the spine. Good, and then releasing back down, and we're going to take a hold of the outside of the ankles as we open the legs into a happy baby. You can also hold behind the knees if that's easier. But allow your lower back to press into the ground, maybe a little wiggle side to side as you get nice and comfortable. And then finding stillness, allowing the shoulders to relax. We're going to focus on breathing in for 4 once again. And as we exhale for 6, we're going to allow the knees to fall towards the ground, adding a little pull from the hands wherever they are, just to allow yourself to go even deeper into those hips now. We can hold a lot of emotional and physical tension in the hips, so this is a really lovely way to try and release some of that as you exhale. Good, breathe into this one. It can be a little bit intense if you're carrying a lot in your hips. This is connected to the root chakra, something we're going to dive into on the next one. And in this position, I want you to think about how you're currently speaking to yourself. What language are you using when you look in the mirror, when you talk about yourself, when you talk to yourself? Just reflect without any judgment. Sometimes we're so busy, we forget to check in. We don't realize the damage we're doing to our self-worth by the way we're speaking to ourselves. And something to remember is we wouldn't speak to a friend like it, so why are we speaking to ourselves like it? So just take a moment to reflect. Maybe you have been speaking to yourself in a positive way, and just acknowledge how that's been making you feel. And remembering with those longer exhales to just allow those knees to come down and surrender. Good, taking one final breath in here, breathing in through the nose. And as you exhale, allow those knees to go nice and heavy. Good, and then hugging those knees into the chest. This time you're going to lift your head and shoulders off the ground, squeezing it all in nice and tight. And then again, rocking yourself up. And we're going to come into a child pose, so bringing the legs underneath you. Child pose is a really nice grounding one whenever life feels overwhelming or stressful. So we're going to bring the toes together, we're going to widen the knees to create lots of space, and we're going to sink the hips down onto the heels. Now you can use a cushion to support this one, just popping it on top of your ankles under your hips. And opening the knees makes the space wider if your hips are particularly tight. The forehead is resting on the ground and the arms are stretching away as much as feels good for you. And just settling in here, breathing into the rib cage as you inhale and allowing those hips to settle as you exhale. And let's come back to that box breath we did at the start. Breathing in for 4, expanding the rib cage, holding the breath. And then as we exhale, allowing those hips to sink into the ground, the forehead to go heavy, and then taking another hold at the bottom. Allowing your body to soften into the ground, not having to hold anything and not having to carry anything. Staying with that box breath. And in this position, I want you to think about where you might need to give yourself a little more compassion. Just asking your body. Your body keeps the score. It knows all the answers. You already know all the answers. Just sometimes we don't take the time to slow down and ask ourselves the question. So where do you need to show yourself a little bit more compassion? And again, don't fight for the answer, just feel for it, let it come to you when it's ready. Taking one more breath in here, breathing into the back of the rib cage, holding it at the top. Allow everything to quiet down and then exhale it out. And hold at the bottom. Good, and on your next inhale, just slide the hands under the shoulders, pushing yourself up. And our final stretch today is going to really help you release tension in your lower back and down the back of the legs. So sitting on the sit bones nice and tall, and if the legs feel particularly tight, just open them and slightly bend the knees, but we want a nice stretch lower back rather than sinking into those hips. So we're going to inhale, we're going to stretch the body, stretch the fingertips, flex the toes, lifting out of the hips as we come up and over, and just relaxing wherever we get to. The most important thing is that we don't hold the stretch, we want to relax the head. So a cushion is good here, just somewhere you can relax your head. Also putting your hand for your head to rest in as well is also good, but you can take a little rock side to side here just to settle into this one. And we're going to go for an ocean breath, so breathing in through the nose, and then as we exhale we're going to keep the mouth closed and breathe out the nose. So you make a sort of ocean humming sound in the back of the throat, which is really, again, relaxing for the nervous system. And as you exhale, I want you to send that breath wherever you feel the stretch, whether that's in your lower back or the back of the legs, and just allow the head to be nice and heavy. And in this position, I want you to ask yourself, what's the one thing you can do today to give yourself some more self-love? Just one thing. As women, we try and change the world and our whole life all at once, and then we get overwhelmed, and then we think we can't do it, so then we give up. But actually, when we start with one thing and we achieve it, we get that dopamine reward, we believe in ourselves, we know we can do it, and then it's so much easier to stack the next thing and the next thing. So what is that one thing your body is asking of you today? Maybe a certain part of the body was particularly achy today, and that's what you're going to focus on. Good, taking one final breath here. And as you exhale, slowly rolling the body up. And you're going to meet me in a cross-legged position if that's comfortable, or maybe you want to lie down if you're doing this in the evening. And we're going to finish by placing our right hand onto our heart and our left hand onto our lower belly. We're going to take a 3-part breath. So we're going to breathe into the hand on the belly, feel it expand, let the breath travel up the rib cage into the heart space, and as we exhale, go down from the heart through the ribs into the belly. So it's like a wave-like motion. And I want you to close your eyes here and just go inward. This is a nice one to let everything integrate into the body. Check in once again with how you feel. Maybe you feel less tense than when you started. Maybe your mind feels clearer, or maybe it doesn't. Without any judgment, just checking in and feeling that connection of the sit bones on the ground, your spine nice and tall, your shoulders relaxed, your chin slightly lifted. So you're sitting tall, sitting confidently and proud of the woman that you are becoming. When you're ready, gently, we're going to stretch both fingertips up towards the sky for a final breath in, bringing the palms together at the top and then bringing them down through the heart center. And once again, just taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up here today, for taking the time for you. Namaste. Feel free to let me know how you feel in the comments below and to share anything that came up for you. Lots of love.